equally give us. That because of police officers, Honorable Speaker, we are able to sleep comfortably because we know there's somebody that is ensuring that we are secure. Honorable Speaker, as I support the fact that transfers are administrative and every region of this country deserves the service of police officers, Honorable Speaker, the transfer must be done with some human face. Part of the consideration that is made for all public officers is the situation of their families, that includes their spouses and their children. But Honorable Speaker, we must also, the police service must also attend to other benefits of police officers that are not only limited to their allowances, but their staffing must be looked at. Honorable Speaker, we must also look at the general well-being of police officers, the mental illness activities that must be initiated to take care of the police officers. But above all, Honorable Speaker, the medical cover of police officers, the staffing of police officers, the upgrading of the officers based on their levels of education, Honorable Speaker, must be taken care of. I support.
Senator Fernandez, Senator Cheranke.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Sir, I want to support the statement on the issue of police welfare. Mr. Speaker, you know police work is sweet and sour like Chinese dish, Mr. Speaker, because being a police officer is giving up yourself for the peace and security of the country, while also you must sacrifice a lot for the country. Mr. Speaker, the issue of medical cover, the issue of mental illness, Mr. Speaker, the workstations of police stations is very deplorable, Mr. Speaker. Personally, having slept over 30 police stations across the country, there is nothing to write home about, Mr. Speaker. As the reggae song says, there is nothing to smile about, Mr. Speaker. I can tell you even where occurrence book is, even the toilets that they use, Mr. Speaker, the last time that the painting of police station by even paint is very deplorable, Mr. Speaker. So I want to ask the National Security Committee to look into this welfare of police, including, I'm happy the Maraka report, Mr. Speaker, recommended the issue of salaries and personal emoluments. Mr. Speaker, we must look at it. Even the housing, Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, we must also ask the national government to include the police in affordable housing program. Because sometimes when police officers are enjoying the conjugal rights, in the next room they are separated by bed sheet, other is single, Mr. Speaker. And by the end of the day, if you are not careful, you will be encouraging more of police uncomfortability and abuse to their privacy, Mr. Speaker. So I support the police welfare must be looked at. Let us cap 3 years. When a police stays more than 3 years, Mr. Speaker, then they can be transferred. There are many police officers who have stayed beyond 3 years, and yet they are to be transferred. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Senator Wafula.
Asante Mheshimiwa Spika, langu ni kuchangia hoja kuhusu makadamia na mimea ambayo hutoa mafuta. Mheshimiwa Spika, mimi nataraji kwamba serikali kabla haijaamua ama kukata kauli kuhusiana na mmea wowote katika nchi ya Kenya, lazima washikadau wote wahusishwe katika mchakato mzima. Mheshimiwa Spika, haiwezekani kwamba waziri ama viongozi katika wizara wataamka asubuhi na mapema kupitisha sheria ambayo inamgandamiza mkulima wa makadamia katika nchi ya Kenya. Haiwezi kuwa wanakata kauli kuboresha pesa ambazo mabwenyenye wanapata kuliko kuangalia hali ya maisha ya mkulima wa makadamia katika nchi ya Kenya. Sasa mimi na mwenzangu mwenyekiti wa kamati ya uchumi samawati, hivi karibuni tutamkaribisha Mheshimiwa Waziri kuweka bayana kile kilichosababisha wao kuwanyima wapandaji ama wakulima wa makadamia nafasi ya kupata kipato kwa jasho lao. Mheshimiwa Spika, changamoto nyingine ambayo ipo katika wizara hii ni wakulima wa ngano. Haiwezekani wapewe kibali mabwenyenye kuagiza ngano kutoka nchi ya nje, na wakulima wa ngano katika bonde la Ufa na pembe mbalimbali za nchi ya Kenya wako na ngano katika magala yao. Hii ni hali ambayo sisi kama maseneta hatuwezi kubali. Lazima serikali iweke Wakenya wakulima mbele pasipo kuweka kiu cha pesa kwa njia ya mkato. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika.
Senator Chute.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to contribute on the statement by Senator Mundigi and Senator Nyamu. Honorable Speaker, I went to a place called Ilret in Northor sub-county of Marsabit County. I went to the police station there. If you look at the way those police officers live, it is like a house that was meant for horses and donkeys. Honorable Speaker, it is, they live, you know, sometimes I even wonder, why are they being subjected to that kind of a situation? Honorable Speaker, if you go to Industrial Police Station today, you will find two families sharing one room, triangular mabati room. It's called uniport, even not even uniport. It is even smaller than uniport. How do they subject police officers with families? Imagine with a curtain in between only. Just imagine, Honorable Speaker, your wife and the other police officer has his wife. There is only a curtain in between. How do they even manage? I really don't understand, Honorable Speaker. I don't understand. This is terrible. Honorable Speaker, you know, sometimes people condemn police officers, and I feel pity for them, honestly. You can find a police officer standing in a heavy rain controlling traffic. Yes. And then you say, ati wanachukua kitu kidogo. What do you mean by kitu kidogo? You know, yes. So finally, and the issue of
Order, Senator
the statement by Senator Nyamu, the young man who was killed comes from Marsabit, and I would ask the police officers to do a thorough investigation and arrest the culprits as soon as possible. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Senator Bass.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to also support the statement from Dr. Mudik. Honorable Speaker, actually, the police officers in this country live in a pathetic situation. Poorly paid, poorly housed, most frustrated profession. Police officers are supposed to be living the best in this country because they do protect all our lives and our security. Honorable Speaker, as he rightly said, some of these officers are living in the uniforms that was left by the Zungus. If you go to Nairobi in some of these areas, you will be surprised. You can't imagine how they're living. One of the things, Honorable Speaker, transfers are so regular. If you just disagree with your immediate boss, then they're taken away to Turkana. Well, they have nobody to argue for them. They have no lawyers. Other thing, Honorable Speaker, many police officers are now frustrated and even committing suicide. Young men, graduates, poorly paid, they stay away from their families for many months because somebody in Turkana and the next day his family is somewhere in Wajir or Mandera. So as a result of this, many of them are now become mentally and depressed.